Shalom, Mosaikers, bless you. Okay, so I really got tired of hold up trying to make the bone rigging work. I don't know what's wrong with it. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. So this is what I'm gonna show this today is how to still animate this without using the bone rigging. Um, and honestly, uh, it's probably gonna be the same work as if we're not using the bone rigging, only because um, it's even when you do the bone rigging, you're still gonna have to try go back and edit it and make it look natural. So I'm just gonna do a little tutorial on how to do a simple walking cycle, just so you get an idea of how to animate this even without the bone rigs. All right. So first thing you want to make sure is that you have all your parts and limbs in one group, just so um, when you have the other elements and then you're working on this particular scene, you're not mixing them up. So now you see these things down here, these 6 frames, all these numbers represent frames. 6 frames, 12 frames, 18 frames, 24 frames, 30 frames. This is 1 second. So the numbers down here are represent seconds. So now, just so you can get an idea, um, if we would have done it done this in Flash or any other way that we originally had thought about, this we would literally have to have drawn 30 images just for 1 second. No way. So now, typically, in movements, regular movements, it takes about a blink of an eye, for you to make a movement. But we're gonna, since I just decided to do this, I haven't tried it yet. I just gave up on the whole bone rigging thing. So what I want to happen is the following. Okay, so to create a cycle, it's gonna be pretty simple. Um, because that's what we're gonna do is create cycles. And in the beginning, it might take a little bit, but the more we do these cycles, the more we're gonna recycle them and reuse them, and we won't have to do as much work. Because this is essentially what you're gonna be doing anyways with the bone rigging, so it kind of doesn't make a difference. So let's say we got our right sandal. So our right sandal now is going to be up front, but it's going to be taking a step forward. But we actually have to change this now, uh, and this is what we're going to do. Uh, because he's taking a step forward. So we're going to just move this. This we're not going to see anymore. this is gonna be higher. So now the shoes, the feet, they're not an important part as far as detail goes, just because no one's really gonna pay attention to it as long as it looks smooth enough. So just as an example, just so you can see what happens. What the hell? Okay, so you see that? So it looks like he's taking that step. Now, I don't know why it went white on me for whatever reason. Why, I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, you see that? So he's gonna take that first step. Now, this is where you kind of gotta look at the human anatomy. If he's gonna take that step, you gotta start act it out if you have to. Pay attention, pay attention to how you walk. Um, if you're lifting up your right leg, that means all your weight is going to your left foot. So in that, we're gonna create. He's Moses has to kind of go to the side a little. So um, Moses is going to do this because once he moves, he's basically gonna go do this now. The weight is gonna go to the side a little. Um, Moses is gonna go to the side. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, you see that? That looks more natural. So because the weight is shifting, and it makes sense too because um he has a staff, so the staff isn't really gonna go anywhere until um if anything, you should probably like tilt a little bit while his arm comes out, and then when he takes that left step, then he's gonna the staff is gonna go forward. His his left arm is gonna go a little bit back, and then watch as we start doing this step by step. You're gonna start seeing the motion come into the character come alive. All right, so let me put this back at 0. That's actually pretty 30 frames for a second. That's kind of slow, but it gives us that natural. What it's gonna look more natural. When we want to do it faster, obviously we can. Let's say we wanted to bump the speed up a little, right? Okay, that's weird. Well, I'll have to look at that later. But anyways, there's a way where you can make it faster, but um, it depends where you place. Because if I did the same thing but placed it at somewhere between 12 and 18 frames, it'll be way faster. But anyways, um, so now you just took the first step, and so he took it his right. We shifted his weight towards his left foot. With that, the clothes have to change as well. Because of the swinging. Well, not really. They kind of. If they're over here, they should be doing the following. Um, if they go like this, bam. Okay, what is going on? Okay, there we go. And I think I'm gonna erase some of these just because it's a little much. To be having to be working with all those vectors. How's that look? Okay. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that it's mostly, for the most part, the bottom part that's being affected, not so much the top. So then now, since you gotta look at the action, if it's moving to the front, then this can actually, because the leg is gonna be there, so this can actually be pulled a little bit. which means this would actually, this shadow would actually kind of disappear. We can delete it for now. If it'll actually delete, I guess not. Okie dokie. Alright, so I'm not gonna worry about making it perfect. Uh, but just that's why I divided it between Team A and Team B. Team A will be doing basically the main actions, and then Team B is practically just editing mistakes. So I'm just doing this to show you the actions. Um, you this should start giving you the idea. I'm gonna make another tutorial once I'm done with this, just so it's not overwhelmingly long. But this should start giving you the idea. Because I also have to start do the tutorial for other brothers and sisters too, for the other teams. All right, so this should give you a good start at least, and a good idea. So we'll continue this day by day. All right, shalom.